Chapter 12, 14. Situation of Southern Border. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Looking at the clouds in the sky, Fang Yuan's expression was dark. He thought about the scene earlier. Out of his expectations, that immortal opportunity business, as it was known, of the dream realm was extremely popular. The involvement was far bigger than he had predicted earlier. Looking at the situation inside the Mortal Goo House and Lady White Rabbit's tone, evidently whether they were demonic path or lone cultivators, as long as they could pay the price, anyone could enter the Righteous Path's defensive goo formation and interact with the dream realm. This is slightly above my expectations, but thinking about it, I understand why. Dream Path. At this time period, it was very empty. Even though many super forces were researching on it, their gains were little. Fang Yuan had the killer move Unravel Dream. He was a leading figure in the current 5 regions. Of course, Ying Wuxi's lead soul in the dream was also very unique. It was an ability that surpassed the current era. Lead soul in the dream had displayed incredible might during the Battle of Yitian Mountain. The Heavenly Court Goo Immortals had suffered due to it. And Fang Yuan's killer move, Unravel Dream, also gave him great gains and immense profits. The Righteous Path Goo Immortals might have encircled this dream realm, but they have no way of excavating the treasures inside. In fact, a while later, they lost many members, among which were rank 7 Goo Immortal experts holding great authority. Luo clan even lost their 3rd Supreme Elder. Such information could not be hidden. It was widely spread in the southern border. Goo Immortal world, Fang Yuan could easily obtain this information. The Righteous Path suffered a lot. They know the power of the dream realm. It is not possible to explore it randomly, so they use this method to scam the demonic path and lone cultivators' resources. And if any accidents happen, they would not need to waste any of their members to deal a huge blow to these non-righteous members. It is truly killing 2 birds with 1 stone. To be able to make this immortal opportunity business so popular and at such a huge scale but still have the ability to remain intact, evidently the Righteous Path have come to a consensus. Lady White Rabbit's Mortal Goo House is backed by Southern Border's Righteous Path Goo Immortals. 1 clan is not enough. There are at least 6 or 7 clans working together to result in this fearless stance. Fang Yuan was an old schemer. Because of the experiences in the 500 years of his previous life, he could clearly deduce all of the details regarding this immortal opportunity business. This way, even though he could use this method to enter the Righteous Path defensive goo formation and interact with the dream realm, he could not satisfy his own needs. What were Fang Yuan's needs? Firstly, he needed time and opportunity to interact with the giant dream realm for an extended period of time. Secondly, he needed an identity to protect himself. Even if anything happened to the dream realm, he could continue staying there. Just 1 or 2 trips into the dream realm, what could Fang Yuan get? Just the cost involved was extremely high. But the prophecy of 3 venerables had deeply affected everyone. Countless Goo Immortals were still going ahead with it. The Righteous Path. Goo Immortals had already tasted suffering. By the time these demonic path and lone immortals realized the futility, their enthusiasm would fade. Furthermore, even if Fang Yuan did this and unraveled the dream realm, gaining an increase in his attainment level, it would trigger a change in the dream realm. At least the dream realm would shrink by an amount. If other Righteous Path Goo Immortals realized this situation, what would they do? By then, Fang Yuan would be inside the goo formation, like fish on the chopping block. Even with the upper extreme Heavenly Eagle, Fang Yuan had no heavenly crystals to feed it. If I cannot do this, what should I try? Kill a Righteous Path Goo Immortal and use familiar face to disguise myself before going inside? Fang Yuan thought about this. He shook his head, discarding this unrealistic idea. Firstly, Goo Immortals from Righteous Path forces would use methods like Life Tablet Goo, Soul Lantern Goo, or Blood Rope Goo. These methods allowed their clans to easily inspect if the Goo Immortal was dead or alive. Furthermore, they could use these Life Tablet Goo, Soul Lantern Goo, or Blood Rope Goo to deduce the exact location of these Goo Immortals with great ease. Once Fang Yuan kills these Goo Immortals, The clan would react immediately, unless Fang Yuan had information path methods that could deceive these goo worms. Fang Yuan had always been weak in terms of information path. Furthermore, familiar face might be a rank 8 killer move, but it was not flawless. For example, back in Eastern Sea, Ying Wuxi could use luck inspection immortal goo to find out Fang Yuan's identity. Finally, once a long time passes, even if Fang Yuan used familiar face, lots of minute details or habits of the goo immortal would slowly become flaws that allow others to realize a problem. Thus, killing someone and replacing them was not feasible. Fang Yuan thought from all angles. He could not think of any good ideas. Even if Fang Yuan had rank 8 battle strength and attacked the goo formation forcefully, he might not be able to succeed. Even if he broke the goo formation, there were still many rank 8 goo immortals in southern border. By that time, when rank 8 enemies encircle him, Fang Yuan would be able to explore any dream realms. He could not find a solution. Fang Yuan was quite helpless. He thought about it and returned to the mortal goo house. Lady White Rabbit's eyes shone. She greeted Fang Yuan. "Have you considered it? You want to find your own immortal opportunity?" Fang Yuan smiled bitterly. "Fairy White Rabbit, I am but a secluded wanderer. I have not interacted much with the outside world. This price will cost me almost all my assets. I need to consider it. I am here this time to get some information from you and understand matters in southern border's goo immortal world." Fang Yuan said this as he handed Fairy White Rabbit a rank 6 immortal material. Fairy White Rabbit was slightly surprised, even though this immortal material was very common. Fang Yuan's request was not hard. These days she had been managing this business. She interacted with all sorts of goo immortals. She had a good understanding of the goo immortal world's current situation. "Let's talk using this." Fairy White Rabbit gave Fang Yuan an information path mortal goo. Super Dream Realm, Righteous Path Goo Formation. "We meet again, Fairy Miao Yin. Do you remember me?" A Chao Clan goo immortal led a female goo immortal as they entered the goo formation. Even though he was a Righteous Path goo immortal, he had a fawning tone. Because this Fairy Miao Yin, although from the demonic path, was extremely beautiful, she inherited a predecessor's blessed land and was extremely affluent. She was publicly known as one of the 3 great fairies in southern border's goo immortal world. The two entered the goo formation. This was seen by the 2 Righteous Path goo immortals at the center of the goo formation. These people are becoming more daring. They used to come once every 7 days, but now they come every 1 or 2 days, bringing all sorts of people in here. The 2 goo immortals from Luo Clan are still fine. They bring in people with good reputations and clean records. But Chao Clan's goo immortals have no restraints. They are very greedy. This Miao Yin is a demonic path member. In the past, she had destroyed 2 important resource points of my Ba Clan and even injured 4 Ba Clan goo immortals who chased her. Goo immortal Ba Quan Feng said angrily. Beside him was another Ba Clan goo immortal. This person was very tall, nearly 3 meters. He had an old-fashioned appearance. His beard and hair were connected. His dark green beard hung down to his waist, while his jade green hair extended to the back of his waist. He had a large mouth and broad nose. His eyes were covered by a black cloth, covering them completely. He had a strong body with broad shoulders and chest. His skin that was not covered looked like 1,000-year-old tree bark. There was even green moss growing on it. He was thousands of years old. His cultivation level was stuck at the final step before reaching rank 8. He had rank 7 peak battle strength, publicly recognized in southern border's goo immortal world as the #1 person under rank 8. Old Treeman Bade. Bade spoke slowly. Little Feng, don't be anxious. Even though Chao Clan is weak, at the bottom of the Righteous Path forces, they are backed by Wu Clan. Chao Clan and Wu Clan have been linked by alliance marriages for tens of thousands of years. Ba Quan Feng heard about Wu Clan, and the anger on his face faded, but he still continued. Chao Clan is a Righteous Path force, but for the last few thousand years they have been at Wu Clan's beck and call. They are just a dog raised by Wu Clan. This Wu Clan is too overbearing. With 2 rank 8 goo immortals in the clan, They act fearlessly. This time, they actually cooperated with 6 other clans, using this dream realm to make their immortal opportunity business. What do they think of the remaining 6 clans not involved? Us included. This super goo formation was made by all of us. We created it with all of our immortal goo. Hey, 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 Bade laughed. Little Feng, you are thinking that everyone should have a part of the profits? Ba Feng's thoughts were exposed. His face turned red. Hey, hey, I could not hide it from you, Lord. Bade shook his head. Wu Clan's actions will attract even more clans to join in. After all, we have already realized that now is not the time to explore the dream realm. This method can give us greater profits. It is good for us. But our Ba clan cannot join in. Ah, why is that? Ba Feng asked quickly. There are advantages and disadvantages in this. Even though they gain many cultivation resources, we gain a hold on them in return. With enough evidence, in the future when we argue over it, my Ba clan will have the advantage. When we split the dream realm, we will get a bigger portion. Little Feng, look forward. The dream realm cannot be explored now. But what about the future? The dream realm is the true treasure. Bade sighed. But Wu Clan is so domineering, they have 2 rank 8 Gu immortals, while we only have 1 by then. If they keep a strong stance, we cannot stop them. Ba Feng said angrily. We cannot stop Wu Clan. But what about the other clans? Furthermore, Wu Clan's first Supreme Elder is close to dying. Wu Clan will soon be in unrest for a long time. With just 1 rank 8 Gu immortal left, can Wu Clan still be the #1 righteous path force? Bada smiled with deep meaning. Ba Feng stared with wide eyes. So the rumors that Wu Clan first Supreme Elder's lifespan is depleted are not false? Impossible. They are a huge force. How can they not have lifespan Gu stocked up? Wu Clan's first Supreme Elder had used other lifespan extension methods when she was young. There were problems left behind. Right now, lifespan Gu has no use to her. Ba sighed. With her death, the entire situation in southern border will change. By then, we'll see if Wu Clan can control the situation. Our clans will have a chance to strike. After all these years, Wu Clan has occupied too many resources.